hosts were more confident about Liquid winning this than the analysts. I'm not sure what that says, Avery.
Probably says Liquid hasn't been doing too well.
You think the analysts were hedging their bets because they think Liquid is too bad to win a free Storm game?
I wouldn't say that. I think they just actually watched the games.
All right.
No slight to Sheever. Talk about the other one there.
I'm sorry.
Is it a free Storm game?
Stop.
Yes. I think you have to basically say it's a free Storm game because it's Nisha Storm and he's against one stun. So, good luck. I will say, though, you have double save in the supports and you have an Ursa. Ursa, I think, has always been good against mobility cores. At least from a carry standpoint, he's better than almost anything else you're going to get on the carry roll, right? So, in that sense, you can always get that Abyssal later on, and you have the insta-stun, you have the burst potential. I think they have some answers to Storm. I don't think it's a free Storm game in terms of he will just 1v5 late game. I don't think the scale is that one-sided, but I do think he can absolutely get out of control because of the lack of lockdown. And that is the big concern because anytime you are playing against Kez, at least my perception of this hero is I want to see this hero played more like a Weaver than like a hard scale Terrorblade or something.
Yes. And that's why I think it's the perfect hero for Liquid, right? Because I think that's how you should play Kez and how Mickey and Liquid want to be able to play. I think that basically Liquid just got another Monkey King for them to play with. It seems almost unfair.
It does make you question some things, as if they maybe have a direct line to Ice Frog himself.
Yeah, and we haven't had a new hero since to benefit the Falcons or Tundras of the world.
Very interesting now that you put it. Basically, Liquid got an amazing hero to bail out Mickey's hero pool that was struggling in recent patches, and then they never released another hero again. Makes you question some things, Austin. I'm glad you brought it up.
Always here for you, Avery. Anytime when it comes to Liquid slander, I know you're right on the mark.
Front row seat.
30 seconds to battle.
All right, well, while Storm may not like saves, and he does not like some of these matchups, I just don't see the saves actually saving these heroes, because even if Storm's here zips in, goes for a hero, it gets saved, he has to zip out because he just doesn't want to be standing there. They have a lot of heroes that can just follow up on the Decrepify or the Disruption, right? Snapfire, Lion, Timbersaw, all three of these have AoE spells that can just kind of cover the Decrepify or the Disruption save. So while I think the saves, they might be a little bit of a problem for Storm Spirit, there's still plenty of other answers from Liquid.
I think Liquid's draft is pretty well-rounded. The only downside is that they can in theory get outscaled ultra late, especially if Ursa's plowing through some Roshans here, picking up some Aegises. Ursa's a scary hero in this patch. To me, this is actually the scariest carry to play against right now.
Agreed.
He just gets out of control. And the second he starts getting 1, 2 Roshans, it just doesn't feel like you can come back against this hero's timings. He's my carry pick for the patch right now in terms of look out for him. I'm not saying he's the most OP, but in an average situation, we're seeing why this hero was first picked in the draft and especially as a Timbersaw answer. I think Timber is equally busted in some sense. I think this hero, I've ranted about this hero a lot, but to me, there's Tiny, there's Wisp, there's Batrider, and there's whatever this monstrosity is. And to me, those are the 4 heroes of the...
What happened to Pango?
They're the 4 horsemen of the never balanced apocalypse that Valve just refuses to ever answer. Pango has not been in the game long enough to achieve that status, but he's working on it. He's really working.
Because all I've heard from every pro player is why the hell is Pango still in the game?
Oh, I agree, but where's Pango right now, right? He's had a couple up.
He's still around. I think even after he's been nerfed a lot.
I think the entirety of Timbersaw's existence, he has been viable at worst and completely first pick busted at best. This is a stupid hero. It's just a stupid hero. Why give tank hero highest damage, lowest mana cost, lowest cooldown nukes in game?
Because fun hero.
You know what actually I like about his
that might be your first blood. Is the blood grenade going to take him out? He will not. He has a Fairy Fire. That's the new meta, by the way.
What, almost die, pop Fairy Fire?
No. Well, we had this whole idea that we were just going to max out on stats and people were going to Fairy in regen. And then over the last few months, we've now switched to people are bringing double Tangos in a lane. People are buying Fairy Fires. Why is that?
There was a period where people focused on the courier sniping more to try and counter abuse it.
Yeah.
Like wards behind the tower. There's a lot more blocking behind the tier 1s as well. which might scare people into wondering if these couriers get sniped, you lose your regen, then you're really screwed on lane, even if you have the extra stats. Some of those little things might skew it. Could just be the circular nature of Dota. You know, things go in a circle, basically, until people complain enough when we get a new patch. That said, I still expect a lot of the better teams and the better laners to go heavy on the stats, bring the regen later, because they are more confident in their early CS ability. And if you are more confident in your early wave CS ability, you will snowball the lane faster, you will snowball it harder. It will pay off.
This is the lane you're expecting to see snowball, right? A Snapfire Kez, you've seen these lanes before. Any sort of minus armor combined with Kez, it's pretty destructive.
Also, any chain stun, like the Cookie is very good with this hero if you want to go that route. The minus armor is really good if you want to go that route. The long range nuke slow is super good with him. Any support that can enable some kill throw with this hero just goes ballistic.
Oh, and that's just that. I mean, that's just dirty right there. Parry the God's Rebuke that he's going to be doing to secure the range creep.
Hero just does a ridiculous amount of damage for, again, very cheap mana cost spells. A lot of this hero's spells on the early portion of the lane are very cheap compared to most heroes because he hasn't been balanced yet. I'll say it. I'm not afraid to say it, Austin. And that means you can get away with a lot more. You can mess up some spells, still have interactability. It does a crap ton of damage. Very difficult hero to beat in lane. I was actually curious what this hero's best counters are right now by the stats. Because he has been on around a decent amount of time now. We're starting to see some trends. What do you think would be the #1 core answer to Kez?
I assume any sort of initiation and heavy burst damage?
Incorrect.
Okay.
It is Necrophos.
Okay. I guess. Sure. A hero that is able... Like, he can't do his Raptor dance because he, as soon as he gets to half HP, and
it's actually
a hero that goes...
You might think I'm bringing it up to troll, but I actually bring it up to start a discussion.
Avery's been on a kick of playing Necrophos lately, so...
I don't think the hero's that bad, but it is interesting against this hero because in theory, he's a hero that can outlane him, and there's very few heroes that can outlane Kez. There's very few heroes that can apply pressure and deal with his early damage. And Ghost Shroud is a very difficult spell for Kez to deal with because he does not want to go early nullify.
Yeah, not everybody has Ghost Shroud, but like, what are the other heroes on that list?
Oh, we don't have to worry about that, Austin.
Okay, the other heroes on the list probably fit my criteria.
Which was what? I already forgot. What was it? Long range physical damage?
Heavy burst.
Actually, a lot of the initiation heroes do not have good win rates against him. And I think it's just because he punishes when you jump in against him. If you can't burst him. And I think in modern Dota, you have this idea, I'm going to jump in, I'm going to burst Kez. But every pro lineup is going to have some saving mechanism. If they don't have saving mechanisms, they're buying Glimmer Capes. You can bail them out.
Good job by Analog forcing Niche out. Even if he doesn't get the kill, forcing him to be out of lane for a little bit will give you an advantage. Early level 6 might leave him open to a support rotation. Not that these supports are the greatest at ganking a Storm Spirit.
Oh, very slow early game here, 0-0. That's why I've been yapping about nonsense. Speaking of which,
don't think you need to use the kill score as an excuse, Avery.
Boxy's cosmetics, I just have to say it once. A little sus, man. He's a TI winner. Apparently did not do well in fantasy.
Well, the sunglasses help with the lights usually.
I mean, he has nothing. Let's be real here. He has nothing. Which to me is the only reason you're picking Lion. That's why I bring it up. Hero's pretty trash, but he has dope-ass cosmetics, so you gotta bust him out every once in a while.
I thought most people usually did it because they're obsessed with finger stacks. Tofu is okay, maybe not going to pay the price. They're still going to go after him, and he is going to be blocked in by the Disruption Illusion, so there's no way out here. Even with the missed dagger, Yokum is the one to take first blood.
The team's waking up a little bit here at the start of DreamLeague. You know, not the cleanest execution, but it gets the job done. That's what the Christmas spirit's all about, Austin.
What, getting
the
down
job
and dirty?
Done. That's right, down and dirty.
You and I have very different visions of Christmas, I think.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Well, we already heard your thoughts on Christmas in the pre-show, so... 7-minute Wisdom Shrines are coming up. And doesn't look like anybody's going to be doing any contesting. I mean, Narman's going to try, but this is not a realistic attempt, I would say.
If they brought the Queen, I'd say yes. They did not bring the Queen. This is ambitious. Remember, Disruption does take you out of it.
Yeah, the Disruption is an annoying little trick nowadays, but you already saw Tofu was well prepared for this one. Already made the rotation preemptively to deal with that. Ultimately, they just give Liquid their first kill of the game. 23 Savage is still trying to pressure. And he has done a very good job. 49-6 when it comes to CS. A level 4 Ace Timbersaw who has to TP away for fear of the analog burst damage that was going to come in. Did not throw out the Sonic Wave. Didn't think they had enough damage or enough time.
I don't think he would have died. I think that was the right call. But you got to question the timing of this co-op rotation. Like, why not bring him for that Wisdom Shrine fight? Put some pressure on Liquid there. Your Ursa is dominating this lane. Really nice laning performance from 23. I think he got way more out of this than I expected with how strong a Timber Lion can be in combination. Whereas you kind of expect Mickey to dominate most lanes, especially against another melee hero with this Kez. They're evening out that advantage to a decent amount, and there's, you got Kez, sir.
Get Kez.
See, Jabs made the fatal mistake of stepping up past his tower for half a second against Kez.
Nisha making the jump and a TP away, and the blink. Sonic Wave is going to be too short. The blink on cooldown. But maybe Analog will finally throw it out for a kill on Tofu. Or maybe not.
It's a long time without getting the Sonic Wave value.
Yeah, normally you...
is he gonna die?
Oh no, this is gonna be terrible! Analog! I mean, this guy had a fantastic performance at TI. It was a little bit surprising to see him removed from that heroic squad.
Are you saying they were right after that kill?
No, I'm saying that he's coming into this Nemesis squad with something to prove. And unfortunately, that death was not terribly inspiring.
This early game has not been great for him. Still looking fine net worth. I mean, he did beat the Storm.
Yeah, he beat out the Stormster. I'd say that was fine. But I guess the biggest part, like these one-off kills or whatever, I feel like the biggest part is that Ace has no game, and he needs these stacks to recover. He needs to get level 6 in order to clear those stacks. That gives you a very clear window, I think, if you're Nemesis. You want to get into that triangle when the Timbersaw goes for it. If you can manage to take away his stacks, get a kill on him, I mean, that just ends Ace's game for like 10 minutes.
Though. It's really tough. I don't think your supports plus the co-op are strong enough to do against Storm Timber.
Well, instead, they're going to go for the kill on a Kaz, but Nisha's already here, gets the grab before the spear. The spear instead lands onto the Storm Drain. The Storm Spirit is the one to die. He bails out Mickey, but Mickey is still going to be in some trouble here. Give him the cookie, but of course, so much mobility from Kez. The cookie gives them just enough of a leap to get into the trees. Analog's going to chase after him. A little bit of screen. A dagger. He's taken out. He's going to have to go for the teleport, but a spear to the backside will finish him off. All 5 heroes from Nemesis come to play. They will not be outmaneuvered by Liquid. They are bringing the aggression to the European squad.
Guess it's good he saved the Sonic Wave. You get max value out of it in this fight.
Nisha is going to come back into play here. Still wants to hold the safe lane tower because they have the kisses.
They only get one here.
No, I mean, surely Nisha, he's going to kill this ward, and he's going to chase after that. Oh, he doesn't get there in time to teleport away. That is a terrible rotation for Nisha. No galvanized stacks.
Really not bad at all for Nemesis here.
Yeah.
They got the bigger kills. They got the TP death out of Mickey, who's going to have to walk out of base. Then they got the TP from Nisha that doesn't collect him any stacks, as you said. Their cores are not happy about that exchange. Maybe the supports on Liquid still picking up the slack here. Already level 6s for both. They're putting the kisses to work. You have Finger of Death available. That part's all mine, but you're not finding that snowball momentum off of cores that normally they would be finding some early kills with. So Nemesis are limiting the damage here and continuing to push this Ursa up the chart, man. 23 has found so much in this early game. Free lane, extra free farm on top of it, pressured the tower, and now he's joining the fight, picking up some extra, little attention off of that, though.
We watched the Radiant side Wisdom Shrine fight. Did Mickey take the Dyer's Wisdom Shrine? How did both of these supports get 6?
No.
And the other supports are 4 and 5, respectively.
Well, Jabs took it. So that takes away the XP from some of your duo. And
sure.
They also have not been stacking as much, if at all. So you're not getting any extra XP off that.
Okay.
You also got some XP off of killing the Shadow Demon on your Wisdom Shrine. Yoakum fed that kill away. That XP pretty much went to the 2 Liquid supports solely. All these little things adding up. And then they gave Boxy mid. Boxy sat mid for at least 2 or 3 minutes in this game while Nisha jungled. So Liquid have prioritized the early 6s here. They're going to try and use them, which I agree with. I think you'd rather have early 6s on these supports than a little extra farm on your cores in this game. They're big ults for you to connect on these kill attempts, which will then power everybody up. Right now they're looking for just that, but finding nothing.
Yeah. Smoke not only really working out for them so far. And while they did save the safe lane tower, their mid tower has already gone down. They will get the punish though, finally. Smoke activates, and they get the kill on Narman. But will they get the tower? Analog's here to protect. He's got some supports coming in from the side too, so.
Just awkward to defend this when you can't really jump the storm because you don't have the early lockdown threat. You would have to bring jabs into that play. And that's a huge committal from him before he has the blink. I think his other option would be to go Yules this game if he doesn't want to be as aggressive, but it's more expensive. It slows you down even farther. Narman, you are really flirting with danger here. If Liquid want to get aggressive, they just want the tower. They look for the deny.
And they'll get just that. Bit of extra gold for Analog, taking it away from Nisha. And, I mean, I would say the most important part is all this attention is taken away from 23 Savage, who is highest net worth with a Battle Fury. That's only going to start, you know, scaling up more and more.
He's jacked.
He's got ancient stacks to farm. Oh, this feels great.
He is so farmed. This is really scary for Liquid because you are going to have the fast Deso on mid-game, but this is not the easiest carry to just take the man fight into.
I love the Ursa versus Kez matchup.
Yeah, I think it has to be pretty favorable compared to almost 90% of the like melee carry hero pool.
Yeah, he gives you the initiation and burst, but he also isn't punished by a save, right? Because if, you know, Kez managed to get off his ultimate, you can just pop the enrage, and then you still stick on him with all the built-up damage that you have.
You're comfortable with this. I mean, as comfortable as you're going to get against Hero.
Sure.
Coming across from the high ground, Liquid still want to hold their safe lane tower. They're going to lead off with some kisses. That's quite one way to make the initiation, but it works, I guess.
Okay.
Double ults to get the kill on Narman. Will they get punished, though? Jabs, he wants to go for it. Analog is already blinking in aggressively. Jabs. Will he get the arena off here? Gets both supports inside the arena. Sonic Wave goes out. Analog trying to get some distance away from Mickey. Gets on the other side of the arena. Protected away from the Kez. He'll be good. And with the Blade Mail activated, Tofu, he's just going to have to ignore that. They do get 23 Savage on the other side, but if they can kill Mickey, it would be oh so worth. Unfortunately, the spear has nothing to latch to there.
And they just ran the Ursa down top. 1,200 damage coming out from Nisha in the storm. Ran him down to the tier 2 through the ulti. No help in sight, no TP out. He's just done. That's the way bigger kill in this exchange.
Yeah,
kind of finger stack for Boxy. I mean, that's a little nice here.
Taking advantage of an arcane root. Reason why they're able to get that kill.
Kaya up on both of their big damage dealers here in the Storm and Timber, so Liquid striking back. That's a huge net worth Ursa to take off the field. Slow down that Roshan progression.
And Ace is second in net worth.
Stacks. Stacks on stacks.
Yeah, he was the lowest farm core coming out of the laning phase, I think, and now he is the highest farm for Team Liquid. Bit concerning if you're a Nemesis.
This is a really scary hero in this meta. Even when you counter it, he can just run you over anyway. What do you think about the old Boxy disassemble trick that he's still doing?
The year is 2025, and Boxy is still the only one doing the Tranquil Boots disassemble play. Spear back. Oh, if he could have landed on Nisha, it would have been sweet.
That was a really nice setup from Nemesis, though. They read that play was coming in, just baited it out, looked for the jump. You're not going to hit that every time. Again, pretty hard to land your one stun on the Storm in this game, but
I mean,
the idea was really good.
I feel like watching that fight, wasn't the opportunity there?
He was just a little slow. No arena available as well, otherwise you can catch them all. Oh, still got Tofu.
They will run him down. Tofu does what damage he can. And Ace has come to play.
He can die here.
Yeah, if they want to catch him inside the arena, they're going to need the Ursa to go for it, but they're not sure if they want to take this. Sonic Wave and does burst Ace down, almost gets Nisha as well. Nisha making the jumps. He's got no mana left. Analog chases him down with yet another blink, and Mickey will limp out of the team fight. That was almost triple core kills for Nemesis.
They made it look easy. This Spoils of War, healing people up in the arena. Double save is slowing down the single target jumps from the Storm Spirit, wasting through his mana. They keep everybody alive right outside the pit. Easy Roshan for 23 Savage here. And this Storm has found nothing. I mean, we are at the point where he has 0 galvanized stacks at 17 minutes. Looks like an easy pickup on the Mars, but it is not easy when you have these 2 supports behind him.
Yeah, Nisha took so much damage from that like second that he sat there trying to kill the Mars.
I also like this arena against the Kez.
Oh, trying to burst him down! Boxy, 1 punch! 2 oh, okay, he thinks it's not enough. He's going to teleport away, otherwise he will just die to 23 Savage.
It's not close. If maybe he would have assembled his Tranquils.
Maybe.
Fortunately, he just didn't get there.
I feel like he could have maybe gotten. It's level 3 Hex, and he has the Fist of Death. He could have gotten 2 hits. Either way, it's just an Aegis. Tofu dies yet again.
Just feels like a disconnected game from Liquid.
Yes.
And now you are giving openings. 4 minutes for this Aegis to go to work. Can play really aggressive on the lanes with this Ursa. Liquid are likely not going to jump that hero, especially with other heroes off the map, which means you can make these kind of plays.
Ace timber chaining. What a timing there from the Earth Spike. Win after 23 Savage manages to hit jabs as he blinks in. Very unlucky timing for the offlaner of Nemesis.
That is just unlucky for jabs. Might still be able to pick him up here.
I mean, that was a guaranteed kill on Ace. And now he's going to die. Kisses are coming in. Ace is going to follow up a little bit of damage. There goes that heal from the kill. And with the heals from the Pugna, I mean, Mickey is going to come in, gets on top of Narman thanks to the cookie, chases after jabs. Here comes that Falcon stance. And there he goes. It went from a kill on Ace to 2 deaths for Nemesis because they just chased too far.
Boxy's too good. Read him like an open book.
You're telling me that was intentional?
I mean, he was reading the wrong book, but he still read him. Sometimes that's all that counts.
He was
pure instinct.
He was reading the manual.
Let's see the. Oh, you're
Tranquil.
going to see the instinct play then. That's one of those plays where you just bait yourself because you feel like they're weak because they're running from you, but you have to just accept that the play got botched and move on.
Yeah. 23 Savage. Narman, can he bail him out here? Gets a bit of heals. Silence goes down onto the Pugna. Smart play from Mickey, and there goes that Aegis. Not a huge loss for Nemesis. Especially if they could still chase down some heroes here. Parry turns that back around. The stuns go out. Here comes Nisha trying to stop it. Instant spear from jabs. Now do they have the damage? Not nearly enough. Nisha, he's able to just go back in after Narman, who's still trying to heal each other up. The supports are protecting each other now, but jabs, he'll go down. Analog in deep among these supports has bursted down the Kez and now collecting the kill on Boxy as well. Yokum in some trouble in the river here. Ace is able to finish him off. Now back to Analog. Analog. He'll try and blink away from this situation. Nisha does have plenty of mana to work with, though, and they've got the chain stuns. He's gone. A triple kill for Ace.
He just lingered too long. He could have blinked out of there, maybe made him work for it more. Instead, just gets chain stunned down. An almost team wipe, effective team wipe, including that Aegis for Liquid, right when they needed it in this game. Timbersaw starting to do Timbersaw things here as he takes pole position on that net worth chart. Analog, he was having a great game. I mean, he was 6-1. Now he'd be 6-2. That was a bad death to give away because you open up this Tormentor on top of it all. And maybe Nemesis just not ready for Liquid to make a move onto that Aegis Ursa. But they made it, and it works out. Now they get a shard for their trouble. And that's a nice shard to get because that is a very expensive shard for the Lion to buy, but one he almost always enjoys having.
We're also seeing the problem with the Storm Spirit. Early on, the burst damage,
Nice pick off.
it was working. They actually played it really well to kill the Storm Spirit with a single stun and just a lot of well-timed spellcasting. But now, Storm Spirit is thick enough that he's not dying to Sonic Wave. Over 2,000
Thick
HP.
enough.
What?
Thick enough was your choice of adjective there.
Yeah. He's a thick boy.
It's just interesting noting it down.
Okay.
Interesting psychology from Austin Walsh here.
You have a problem with my choice of language, Avery?
No, no problem.
Okay. I feel like you should be more concerned about what Slack says.
Oh, I am, but just curious that you would, say thick.
As opposed to.
A lot of options in the world. Christmas season, Austin. Put a smile on that face.
Anyway, the Storm Spirit zips in. They can't kill him, and he's just able to go after poor Narman.
Where can you build this? You don't always need it from your heroes, but if you look at this lineup, they do have the double Glimmer cape up. You have double save plus double Glimmer. It's pretty much just Abyssal on the Ursa. That's it.
Abyssal, and then I assume like a Scythe is going to be the next item for Jabs.
That's very far away, and he is playing this game sacrificial, so...
I mean, he's probably saying worth it. They used 2 different ultimates to kill him and 3 heroes.
That's worth it for who? How's that worth it for him?
It's worth it for everybody else on his team who don't have to worry about kisses or Finger of Death. Those are long cooldowns.
You need the extra Roshan here. You need it as fast as possible, with as much oomph as possible. BKBs on your cores. Get Aegis, push yourself into that faster Abyssal. Then you have a chance of closing the map out against Liquid in that time interval. Liquid are going to keep finding as many kill opportunities as they can right now because they know Nemesis do not have the control to fight back.
Boxy.
Radiant are scanning.
23 does not get baited into going in for that kill. They know that Liquid is making a move around here.
I mean, they have BKB on Ace. He is super strong on that front line. And Ag's done for the Kez as well. So big item timings for Liquid. They get baited by a Quap Illusion, though. And now the jump.
And Boxy's going to die instantly. Punished by 23 Savage, who jumps in and quickly backs out. He's going to let Analog take the tempo of this one. He leads the dance, chases after, and forces the BKB. Good force of the BKB on the Timbersaw. Now caught the Kez on the left side, going after Mickey, and Mickey is just going to be drained dry.
That damage burst. God damn, this bear. Just massacring kids out here.
Bird can't stand against the bear.
Absolutely not. Nice catch by Jabs. In the end, though, it was the Pugna who dealt the most damage to this Kez. 1,100. It was the ward. That goddamn ward. Narman just did him dirty.
Yeah, that ward might be a little overtuned.
I mean, this, to me, I think Pugna has been one of the most broken supports in this meta for a long time.
Yeah. I'll back you up on that one.
Like, you can counter him, but he forces so much attention every fight, or he dominates the fight. And I think there's very few supports who consistently do that.
I mean, he also has the thing that I know you love talking about, which is the high intelligence hero, therefore extra magic resistance.
So
and so
stupid.
if he can't take physical damage because Decrepify, and he's getting healed off of his Nether Ward, and he has extra magic resistance, and he's going to build even more magic resistance with the Glimmer Cape.
He just gets an extra 5 to 10% magic resist for free compared to any other hero. And he's always building magic resist items. It's just a stupid concept. I put him in that Chen Naga category where
TPs are coming in. Can they come in fast enough? They can't. They'll chase down Boxy. They will obviously not kill the Storm Spirit because that is an impossibility right now.
And to me, this is my issue with Lion and why this hero is really difficult to execute in this type of playstyle where you're looking for pickoffs. In theory, it's what he excels at, but he rarely offers you enough damage to put it over the top. And his stun duration is solid, but it's not crazy. It's like okay, you know, it's 5 second total. It's like if you land a max arrow.
Oh, okay. I mean, who's stunning for more? Shadow Shaman? Are you just trying to rep Shadow Shaman?
Shaman, Murata, Earthshaker.
Oh, Murata doesn't stun longer.
It's close. Close.
Okay, is it longer or is it not?
Let me think.
Dire's bottom tower
Buy
is
Hex.
under attack.
Okay. Shivas is going to be an issue because they have a lot of magic damage on the side of Team Liquid. Also makes the Storm Sphere tankier. So we're going to see sometimes these heroes just get bursted down. But again, it's a lot of spells being casted. Nemesis will have still the opportunity to contest Roshan.
And they have triple BKB timing right now.
On Liquid?
No, on Nemesis.
Oh.
That's a little deep there, Box.
Yeah,
Very.
Not sure what the game plan was there.
I mean, yeah, he's thinking I have a 5-on-4, but the team is not thinking that at all.
Ooh. A vampiric Whisper of the Dread for this Quap with a BKB. That is a very tanky hero. Combine all this armor, magic resistance, and the lifesteal, or spell lifesteal that she's getting.
To me, this is the next 10 minutes here are when Nemesis can take this game over. I don't think Liquid have the same amount of damage output. I don't think they have the same tank ability.
No.
And this Roche is going to be difficult to contest because of how farmed the Ursa is. Your one advantage is kind of the jump initiation. Like, your initiation is way better than Nemesis in this game.
Yeah.
If you can find the Blink Hex on the bear and then all in blow him up. But the issue is, again, you're playing against a lineup with double save, double Glimmer Cape. And Arena. I don't think your opportunity to all in this hero off the Hex is that big of a window. Like, it has to be incredibly clean, incredibly fast. I just don't think it's doable.
Straight for the Roshan.
Yeah, easy cleanups here.
The Kiss is still on cooldown, makes this fight a lot harder for Liquid. They do have the Chakram to throw into the pit. That's going to be annoying.
This is a dangerous contest, though. Like, you don't want to get dragged into a team fight against this triple BKB right now. Unless, again, you find the jump on the big core target you want. And so if you're going to contest a Roshan, if you're going into Nemesis's vision, it makes your ability to find that jump even harder. You're trying to finish up the Kez BKB right now. What I will say is this poke from Liquid, I don't like that Nemesis just backed off the Roche. I think you should have just forced it. You have some sustain. They are taking the alternate route, which is smoke, look for the pickoff. They find it.
With the smoke, it doesn't catch Ace. Ace blinks away, and he'll have plenty of opportunity to get the BKB if the chase ensues.
Too hard to go up that hill.
He gets backed up with the triangle. Now Mickey is going to join him, and he's got a BKB coming out. Boxy's going to go for it. He saw it opening, a big one, too, and her spike on two. Nisha finished off one of the supports, and now here come the kisses. Raining down on both Jabs and Yokum. Lost sight of him thanks to Glimmer Cape. Analog trying to dissuade the kisses as much as possible. Jabs pushing back Ace. That's all he could do. And Nisha, he'll give chase, manage to get that kill. Pull back the Quap now. Styles followed up. BKB goes off from Analog. He is a very hard hero for Liquid to kill. Can Nemesis get enough to be the ones to contest Roshan? It looks like they're just full up giving it up now.
I cannot believe they lost this Roche.
Oh, no.
I mean, this was...
Oh, even worse if 23 Savage gets caught here. Hexed up, Disruption safe, but that just leads into the Earth Spike, and he doesn't have any range here. They're just going to kite him out. Maybe he gets the bashes required to kill Nisha, but no.
TP.
And he'll TP away. No stuns on the side of Liquid that can go through a BKB.
I mean, while you're pulling a Nightfall, they're pulling Aegis out of their pocket. That is... I still think that was a very difficult Aegis for Liquid to get. I think it was...
I mean, that's the moment you're going to look back.
Not playing with confidence.
Yeah.
Or just not quick enough. Like, if you go for that smoke move, it had to be 10 seconds earlier, and you catch him on that top wave. Again, the small delays, you standing around that pit for the 5 seconds while it got poked out, thinking, do we man up or do we smoke? That 5 seconds made a huge difference in this game.
And Boxy just full aggression catches another. Narman thought bottom lane was going to be fine. 23 Savage tries to go in, but it's not as simple to be able to burst down these Liquid heroes anymore. Glimmer Cape does manage to get him away, and they're resetting though. Jabs, he's going to be able to get a really good arena, and 23 Savage will finish off Ace, gets him down before any spells go off. The Falcon stands, that's not going to do much. Still trying to chase after him, but they're kiting around Mickey really well. They're not overcommitting. He does have the Aegis, but the grab on Analog, and they focus him down. Now trying to back off the kisses. Yokum does manage to blink out of that one. Careful the vision, though. Reveals some of these heroes on the high ground.
You'll kind of take that if you're Nemesis, but losing the Quap does not feel good.
Yeah. I just can't help but thinking, like, if there isn't an Aegis on the Kez there, they easily can just commit to getting that kill.
Oh, 23. What are you doing? What?
Not good enough. Now he needs the BKB, perhaps. No, he's good. Just the heals in the enrage are good enough.
All right. I mean, I guess he's poking him. Knows that Kez is low on mana. But that's a dangerous poke game. Just wants to maintain control their part of the map with the gem on the Mars. I mean, this Ursa's still very farmed. He's a massive threat. The Bissel's done. You do have some extra control for the Storm, but as we saw there with the Shivas up on Nisha, he's not that burstable right now. This Storm is tanky, man. And what has worked for Liquid is them finding the jump. All these plays that worked over the course of the long fights has been Boxy finding the jump at the start of that fight, playing very sacrificial, trades himself out. On round Roshan, he traded himself for the Pugna. That's always worth it.
Well, he's just trying to take advantage of his innate. Back from hell.
True.
It is going to be a Scythe of Ice for the Mars.
Wait, it's called To Hell and Back. Not Back to Hell.
Well, hover over the debuff itself. It says back from hell.
Well, because he came back from hell because he went to hell and back.
Yeah, the innate is called to hell and back. The buff is called back from hell.
Yeah, that's fair. They should have called it the 1 year in NA Dota.
I like how you just kind of like glossed over the fact that you tried to call me out.
You said the innate was back from hell is incorrect.
No, that's not what I said. I said because of its innate, and then referring to the buff back from hell.
I actually did not know that buff was called that. It's a nice
Maybe you
little
should
flavor.
listen to me more often. You would know these.
Nah, that's not worth it. Terrible trade-off.
Tormentor for Nisha.
That is a nice shard to pick up here.
Yeah, for free.
Got that Gunpowder Gauntlet on top of it. This Storm's burst damage is going to be insane on the jump in.
And he's building up to scale a little bit. Gonna go for Parasma. Even more armor, even more right click. Even more magic damage amp for everybody who's following him up. Boxy makes the initiation on a 23 Savage. There's the saves, they know it. And so Boxy pays the price, almost, not quite. They get a grab on him. 23 Savage has to pop his BKB to try and chase down Boxy here. Gets him and finish him off. But at the same time, they've lost their entirety of their backline. Where does 23 Savage go from here? No stuns to stop him. He TP's out successfully.
He's lucky he didn't get Tendrils there.
Oh, that is true.
No, these Croakers are nasty. That's a dangerous TP on a lot of levels. These fights are not looking so easy for Nemesis. They really missed that window in the mid game with this lineup. And it's going to hurt them a lot here as they try and scale. Because now they are very reliant on Analog to pick it up. And he's just been getting bursted down.
Yeah, long gone are the days where it felt like the Quap was kind of untouchable. Blinking in aggressively and having so much the Blade Mail and the Spell Lifesteal. Trying to go back for the Ags. It's going to be a ways.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Look what they're just building up. They're getting a lot of extra utility on this Snapfire. Tofu playing his old 4 role here. Greaves already done. 4 staff already done. I mean, he can pick up Glimmer. He can pick up Yules into Wind Waker. He can just continue to scale up the utility and bail out the front line. And their front line is, it's very natural here. The Shiva Storm, the 3k HP Timbersaw. Kez is kind of the only hero who doesn't want to get jumped instantly, but what are you worried about getting jumped by? The Ursa or the Mars, they are easy targets to tag in that fight.
Yeah, he's got BKB for the Spirit. He's got a Linken's for the Abyssal, so
he's good. So if you're Tofu, you just sit behind whoever they jump, you grease them, you force them out, cookie them out, reset the fight, and then you go back in. And as long as you expose Nemesis' backline, the fight looks a lot easier for you, which is what they were trying to do. Like, Boxy jumped in there, but you're not expecting to kill Ursa. You're trying to drag that Pugna Shadow Demon into the fight, expose them. Storm's jumps easier, Kez's jumps easier if you can either take saves out early or eliminate the support entirely. 23 Savage, he just trying to finish this Nullifier so he can clamp down on the potential Aeon coming out from this line, some of that 4-staff potential.
Juicy Rune.
Oh yeah, that's a real nice one.
Rich.
Man, they think Nisha is so untouchable, giving him the gem.
He's pretty untouchable. Also got some extra evasion off of the cooking crossbow here, so that is something else you'll have to swipe through here, the Ursa.
Ooh, big Chakram.
I do like myself a thick Chakram, as some might say.
You knew both. It's a good thing he's got 2 of them.
Sometimes you need 2 thick Chakrams to get the job done. Also, approaching that level 25. Super high levels here for the Timbersaw.
Dire are scanning.
Could be a menace. Nice little flank
under
from
attack.
Nemesis. I do not expect Liquid to have a 100% read on this. Now, they are holding the high ground off of this outpost buyback potential.
Yeah, maybe they're expecting his smoke. Are they expecting it to come in from behind? Catches the timber saw.
Beautiful.
Burst him down perfectly. And look at that. The counter initiation from Mickey, it didn't do a damn thing. He Falcon danced on Narman. Narman's just decrepified. He says, so what? Now Mickey is going to be chased after. His analog looks to slow him down. 23 Savage just hoping to get close enough. He's going to make his jump soon. He goes after Boxy. Nullified. And gets that support. Oh, that spear almost caught Mickey as well there.
Yeah, they have a Hex on jabs. That's what helped that chain stun. So any catch there would have been able to convert on it, but that's still a great team fight for Nemesis. Really nice angle. And AC stepped down from that high ground position. Again, if you're Liquid, you're not sure exactly where that smoke is coming from. You just felt there was a smoke coming out. He stepped to that secret shop for an instant, and he got punished hard on that. It's one of those little things you're like, I'm not going to get punished for this, and then, well, you got punished for it. A little concerning for Liquid. This is why I kind of treat the Kez more as a snowball hero than a true scale, because I think in some of these late game fights, you just, if you have some Force Staffs, some Decrep, Ghost Scepters, whatever, and you dodge some of the Raptor Dance, and you can disjoin his like chase down potential, you're not on the back foot, you're going on him. He honestly can do a little underwhelming amount of damage sometimes.
Jabs playing just outside of Nisha here.
Who's also almost at level 25. I mean, these are big talents, big levels for Liquid to get to have that extra advantage. And they are being stymied right now. It is 23 who picks up that level 25 first. So he has the extra 2 charges here. He has that shard already online. This Ursa just got a whole lot harder to deal with in this game. Kind of a second power spike for him after they missed that mid game. Coming up right now. If you can get another Hex online for the Quab, now you have all the control you need for these mobility cores. The game could easily swing back in your favor, despite Liquid holding small advantage right now. It's Boxy, he's
holding the bug spot.
Yeah, he's doing Boxy things.
How did they bring Roshan back to the middle and then bring back this spot?
It's iconic.
I guess. Not all good things are iconic.
It's true. It's like that iconic interview that Cheever did with Sing Sing.
A lot of people really like that interview.
That's an iconic interview for sure. All the wrong reasons. I don't know why that came up in my brain. You know the one I'm talking about? What TI? That was from like TI.
No, I mean, it went viral recently. I assume
did
that's
it?
why it popped.
Maybe that's
up,
why.
right?
Yeah. It's a great interview. Another Lincoln. There's a lot of defensive itemization for Lincoln. You look across the board, which I think normally is fine because you have really high damage dealing cores. But you are playing against a lineup that has double saving support. Generally, double saving supports don't mind if the fight goes long. Like, you're saving your cores, okay, well, that's the game we're already playing. We're going to save our cores. And it just comes down to who gets the better burst damage off in the small windows you can, which I'm going to bet on Ursa every time. I don't
Well,
know.
it's the lineup with no stuns and saves, bot stuns, and then the lineup with stuns and no saves, bot saves. It just makes sense.
That's a good way to put it.
BKB, oh no! Wait, disruption! He's gonna come back with no HP. Surely Analog's gonna die, he's not dead yet! A finger goes off, a glimmer, a heal! So much damage, they're trying to focus on this Quap, and they're throwing everything they have at her, and finally goes down! What did they get in return for it? A kill onto Lion, a kill onto the Snapfire. That's what 23 Savage was up to. Now he's gonna kill Ace as well, and he built up the damage.
He's bad.
Jabs, he's gonna get him on the spear. No! Instead goes into the Roshan pit and sent it onto the tree. Wait, no! Nisha, he jumped in and just jumped straight into the bear's jaws.
23 Savage cleaning him up here. One by one. Says, no team, no problem. I'll do it myself. Dunking on the haters. What do you have to say now, Austin?
I'm going to say that was one hell of a save performance there from the supports and Nemesis to keep Analog alive for so long.
That wasted so much of the Storm's mana, chasing him down for an extra 10 seconds there. Then when he finally tries to clean up the other half of the fight, you have that Hex back off cooldown. All those little windows make a big difference.
Yeah. Next time they're going to have the Aeon Disc on the Pugna. They took away the gem from Liquid. They've got a Swift Blink for 23 Savage.
And that's huge because, again, we're seeing how these fights are progressing. He needs to carry a heavy load. Getting Swift Blink up this early on the Ursa means you can actually clear through a lot more of these heroes consistently. Getting the extra attack speed, getting the extra mobility. So this is a big deal. He is very far ahead. This has been a crazy solid performance here so far in this game 1. 23 Savage coming here to play. Would you say he's been a controversial carryover in his career so far?
Yeah. But I think almost any carry out of the C region has been controversial to their fans anyway.
That's probably true. That's probably true. Maybe he's been the least of everybody.
Yeah, maybe.
One way to look at it.
Can you imagine if KYXY did what he did the Aegis?
I was just thinking about KY.
Think about that happening in like 2017, 2018.
Okay.
I'm just saying the social media presence is so much larger at that point. 2012 was like, you know,
Radiant
kinda
are
whatever.
Was there even TikTok in 2012? I don't know.
no, social media didn't exist yet.
Man. It's really good for his
If you want to
career.
read about it, you can check on MySpace.
How'd that work out for him, honestly?
A dead even game at
That's what I
44
thought.
minutes.
Really threw him under the bus, but he had nothing to do with this game. Just dragging his name through the mud.
He threw his team under the bus.
It was a mistake. We've all misclicked. They still could have won that game, by the way.
I know.
Like, everybody acts like that just threw the game. They could have won that game.
They could have.
Nullifier Storm. That's not what you want to have to do, but you got to do it. You got to do it. This is a good Nullifier game. Liquid to take this fight around the tier 2. I mean, they have good vision on the high ground. But you have a Refresher on the Mars, so double Arena, double Hex. Refresher Shard on the Quap from that Roche.
Take the initiation. They found one of the backline supports, and they blew him up instantly. Aeon Disc be damned. They just cleave right through that.
It's a beautiful find.
And now Ace is just trying to draw as much attention as possible. But Jazz makes the initiation. He managed to stop the boxy jump. But still, what's stopping Nisha? Nisha up on the high ground. Nisha is battling two on top of the high ground. Does manage to zip away before the bash comes in from 23 Savage. Analog and 23. Both trying to escape, every man for himself.
Oh, he got him.
And it's going to be 23 who gets away, not Analog.
Absolute disaster for Nemesis. Just caught sleeping there. Pugna on the low ground, everybody else on the high ground. That is always the first target that Liquid want to jump. You do not want to present him like that.
Was that the reveal of the Nullifier? I think
Yes.
it was. Like, surely he doesn't play that way if he knows there's a Nullifier
No,
Storm
I think he's
Spirit.
basically assuming the Aeon will bail him out. But Nisha, he just outplayed him. Finds the exact mark. 100 to zeros him. No disruption came through in time. That was your Aegis Ursa. So strong, so
Dire's
powerful,
middle
and the whole team
tower
is
is under
dead.
attack.
So what can you do with it? Nothing.
It's going to be a wasted Aegis timer, too. By the time everybody else comes back, the Aegis is gone.
This is one of those games where when you look at the replay, you go, you know, if you lose this game, why did we lose it?
Careful, careful,
Fights like
careful,
that,
careful.
you're dead.
Oh,
Nullifier.
no. See, this is why...
Mercy?
At this point in the game, wait, no, maybe it's actually Mickey who's gonna die, and Yokum who lives!
Excuse me?
Is Nisha gonna die too? He doesn't have much mana to work with here.
Oh, the bear stunned, but he don't care.
He just keeps on trucking. Okay, he's got enough mana to make a zip now. A long zip, they're not gonna kill him.
They might
But
get
maybe
Ace.
they get something else out of it. I mean, Japs is teleporting in. Japs is gonna be here soon. Ace. He's just too fast. Level 26 Timbersaw with the Timber Chain projectile speed and range.
Still an amazing find for Nemesis in a situation where this game was crumbling. They get gifted a Kez kill.
I just can't believe they made that push in the first place when the Ursa's still alive.
Well,
You know the Ursa can kill Niche or Mickey 100-0.
I think Mickey is, operating on the usual Kez wavelength, which is I'm invincible, I'm a god.
Yeah.
I'm the most broken Ice Frog creation of all time. And
Yeah, they go on me. I'll just Falcon Dance.
sometimes that bites you in the ass.
Raptor Dance. He's going to go Scotty next. Back to the Plasma for Nisha. And Overwhelming Blink for Ace.
They're trying to up the damage now.
What does...
Enough survivability, time to kill.
23 is going to go back for an Octarine.
It's kind of the classic super late game pickup when you have this double shard jump.
Yeah.
I don't mind it here. If he thinks he has enough damage, which there's not really a way to get extra damage on the Ursa at this point, other than MKB is usually your go-to, but there's no evasion really.
That feels
Bloodborne.
so weird. This talent choice from the Quap. Level 20, he went for the Scream of Pain, but level 25, he goes to Sonic Wave damage.
Well,
He doesn't have the really low cooldown of Sonic Wave.
no, but it is quite good if you get to Refresher. To me, that's where this talent tree pays off. Like double upgraded Sonic Wave with a Refresher is just now. It's nobody deals with it late game. Like you can just blink in, throw insta double Sonic Wave on Mickey, and he's out of the fight, right?
Do you think there's any way that against Storm Spirit, you should go the Blink cooldown? Because of the silence that you get off of your shard?
Come on, man. We're playing Dota. Come on.
You can't just, like, dodge analysis by acting like I'm stupid.
I wasn't acting like you're stupid. I'm just saying, come on, we're playing Dota. Like, be serious, that's all.
Server ward. Jabs. This is not who you want to lose. That's your Refresher double scythe. You need him.
I can't believe you just went in like that. Like, I'm going to T-ward an ops. What happens if you find an ops? They're not protecting it?
Yeah.
That's way too aggressive for the state of the game right now, especially with Roche. I mean, Roche can spawn technically 30 seconds, right? You don't know. You just cannot be making solo plays like that. He's also very aggressive. It's just way too greedy. I mean, if you're up 30 or 40K and you think Liquid's going to play scared in their base, you can go for these kind of plays. That is not the game state.
No. No, it's not. Oh, you hate to see it. I mean, maybe they won't get punished. Maybe it'll be a late Roshan. But right now, Nemesis is going to try and hold their high ground, or their triangle rather, as Liquid push into them. Underneath the ward, they're going to go for the kill into Boxy. That neutral item does not save you at this point in the game. Chasing after Narman here. Maybe they have to go for Analog instead. Analog gets off the BKB before the disables come through. They deal with another ward, deal with a high ground ward.
Man,
They deal with the Sentry ward.
What is with these two teams just face checking obs with basically solo heroes?
Well, that one kind of worked. They got the ward.
Okay, that's one way to look at it.
Boxy values that ward more than his own life, clearly.
It just felt too casual.
He's got to go to hell so he can come back.
That's right. He will come back from hell.
Radiant are scanning.
It felt a little too casual, but maybe it's a warm-up game.
Well, it's they're going to be plenty warmed up by the end of this. We are 51 minutes in right now.
Has it felt like a 50-minute game?
Kind of.
It has not to me. This felt like
You're not doing the play-by-play for the fights, so. Just saying,
Yeah.
60 kills.
all 2 fights in this game.
What? What are you talking about?
It's not felt like there's 60 kills in this game either. When you said that, I thought you were just straight line.
Are you watching a different game?
I might be, man. I'm losing my mind out here. There's the Hex for the co-op. There's some more disabled, but there's an Arcane Rune for that Storm who finished that Parasma. All eyes on Nisha here. He is absolutely massive, but the best rune you can have at this point in the game for this hero. Level 28. The only thing you're really missing on this Storm is, you know, Ag's Refresher territory for some AoE pulls, but in terms of mana, efficiency, and damage, you are peaking.
Dire are
That is a
scanning.
game I know you enjoy, Austin.
It's a good game. Nemesis, you got to contest this.
Can you bait somebody with this?
Trying to bait out an illusion rune. Mickey, he's going to break the smoke. And Jabs, he jumps forward, but Jabs does not pop his BKB. Gets bailed out by the disruption, but he's still going to die. It's Mickey. He easily finished that off. Sonic Wave goes off, doesn't do much to Nisha. Nisha just keeps on trucking with that arcane rune. Meanwhile, Analog got bashed up. Wait, no, there goes Mickey. 23 Savage. He waited and waited, and he found his mark. Got the kill in the carry. Mass buybacks from Nemesis in order to try and claim this Roshan. Retreat from Liquid, not going to be good enough for Ace. He gets caught inside the arena. It cost them a lot on the side of Nemesis. Multiple buybacks, but
It's worth it.
with those buybacks, they get 2 core kills and they get Roche.
It's worth it at this point in the game. You'd rather spend the gold on the buys to make sure you get this Roshan, which is going to pay it back in the form of cheese refresher.
Oh, Nisha!
Well, that was
Trying
a lot of mana.
something here. That is a long zip. That did a lot of damage to Analog.
And he got caught.
He did, but now the cookie, double cookie gets him up to the high ground. Nisha, he's going to be fine. Snapfire, not so much. Tofu dies. Meanwhile, jump forward for Analog, he's in pretty deep here. Nisha, he's trying to dodge. Oh, he dies down. He immediately buys back, though. He's going to make a long zip in here. Analog almost dead. Spear back onto Mickey. Mickey in some trouble. 23 Savage trying to close it. Barry goes off. BKB, can he another grapple away? Tries to go through, but he's not getting far enough. They hunt him down. A ton of damage from the Echo that goes off. Look at Jabs and Analog. They're going to die.
Oh,
what is that dot, man?
it's so much damage.
And where was Nisha?
He used so much mana on that zip over the Roche. That said, he is full right now. He can try and contest, try and salvage this situation.
Still going for the Roshan steal. Gets inside the pit. He does not get the Aegis. Now he gets psyched up. And this could be the moment for Nemesis. A cookie goes out. BKB and a zip away. They keep him alive. They almost had a double core dieback with an Aegis. But Nemesis still plenty ahead and a chance to close things out now.
They know there's no Kez for 80 seconds. How much can you get done right now? If you can heal these heroes up, you can go for some racks. It's going to be tough against the Storm with the fountain regen, though.
How do you protect how do you protect the waves that are coming in?
You have Banner. You have double Banner. Just banner the whole lane. You get another
really not going to go for the
too.
push?
No, you have to go for some objectives here. I mean, you got 4 buybacks out of Liquid. Buybacks the Kez.
I mean, I guess
Your
from
economic
Nemesis'
damage.
perspective, they did use a bunch of buybacks themselves earlier, right?
Yes, but they did not use the Ursas. And they did not use the Queen of Pains. Like, those are the big ones for them.
I don't like it. It feels too scared.
I mean, they don't want to fight without the Mars control, which is kind of understandable.
Yeah.
Pretty hard to bring these heroes down. I'm okay with them waiting for the Mars to come up and then forcing the fight, but I do think you want to force the fight while these buybacks are on cooldown, because you're not going to get another great opportunity like this. And it does beg the question of how do you ever end this game against Storm in a base defense situation as farmed as he is. It's pretty scary unless you have some advantage going for you. Nice little double spear shard for the Mars, up his control a little bit. And you do have that Eaten Axe on the Ursa, so his net worth continues to spiral upwards. And he is absolutely prime bear, level 30.
Well, he's going to kind of spiral out. What do you even build from here? A moon shard?
You build 60-minute neutral item, Austin.
That is a good item.
And you pray for that Stygian.
Yes.
If he gets Stygian, it's just disgusting. Because he's already way out DPSing his Kez in the man fight. I mean, we're seeing it, right? And you have so many Lincoln Spheres on Liquid, but I haven't really seen them protect the heroes they've needed it to in the right moment.
Yeah.
It feels as if Nemesis have enough to punch through these Lincoln Spheres right now. Not a get-out-of-jail-free card.
Almost 30 on the Storm Spirit, which again will only make pushing high ground even more aggravating.
Yes, this is the big concern. If you let Nisha continue to farm up, if you let him get his buyback off cooldown, and then go for some gain-ending push, that is a very different situation than what you have right now, which is only 1 life on a lot of these Liquid heroes. little hunting.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Regeneration.
Level 25 on that snap too, huh? It's a nice talent.
That's a nasty one. Yeah.
It's a good support talent. Not a lot of really impactful late game support talents, I feel. There used to be a lot more broken ones. Valve got rid of them because Valve hates support heroes. My personal favorite was Undispellable Treant ulti. That was a good talent right there.
That was a good one. Refresh, double AoE, undispellable.
That was probably the most broken talent that's ever existed in the game.
And Banner will give them the option here. Kiss is trying to get vision, I assume, of backline heroes.
Spam. Not that effective, though.
I mean, it cleared out some of this. They all had to run away, and then he was able to kill the Banner.
Sure, they have another banner, though.
Well, that's a problem.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Are scanning.
What's the plan here from Nemesis? You waiting for the 60-minute neutrals, or are you going to try and force the fight with the Aegis here? You have 30 seconds left.
Is under attack.
Try and utilize that. Your initiation's just so bad. Your tower hitting's not great either. They will drop the second banner.
Poking at the bear. Do you want to poke at the bear, though? Jabs, finds his jump. An opportunity to kill the Storm Spirit is here. A spear goes out to finish him off, and Nisha is gone.
No buy.
23 got just what he wanted. You should not poke the bear.
How is there no bailout there?
And now the cookie fails to get him out of the arena. It is going to be Mickey in trouble as well. Gets off the BKB, tries to go for it, and he does get a big heal out. 23 will not be able to finish him off. Now get hexed up. There goes the Aegis, almost. Disruption save. Mickey backing away, trying to get away from this bear, who the Battle Fury has almost finished him off. He gets a grapple away, and he's good for now, but 23 just keeps on getting more and more hot. The bear, it's finally gone. There goes the Falcon, and that just leaves Ace, the Timber Saw, to try and deal with these heroes who are low. But if you can't finish any of them off, what's the point?
Still that banner saving the creeps. Kisses will not push the base out. And I'm surprised they're not going through them. You know there's no buyback on these cores.
I think they're just going to play ultra safe and heal up off the Pugna first.
All right, 23, he's back in. 16-1.
Ace doing what he can. Finger, not good enough to kill Norman. And Ace's damage, not good enough to kill Yoakum. Both of them surviving for now. Nullfire placed on Ace. His BKB is only going to last so long. He makes his Timber Chain away, trying to draw the attention of Nemesis away from his own base and teleport away. He will make it for now, but Nemesis eyes on the prize. Go for the tier 4s now.
40 seconds before this storm is back. You do not want to be stuck in a base fight against this respawning storm.
Plenty of time to work with.
There's a glyph still available.
Ace trying to get in there. Once again, trying to draw Nemesis' attention, but 23 will have none of it. He is going to focus on the throne. He's going to keep his butt in his seat. He will not be standing up here. And he will just finish the game before Nisha can come back into play. Wait, he jumps in after the Timber Saw. Now he goes for the kill, almost into the fountain. You got to be careful there. 10 seconds left for the Storm Spirit. Half HP throne. Surely they have this. 23, just hit it. Please, I'm begging you, just hit it. They do hit it. They finish off the game. Nemesis have locked this game down.
Control.
Welcome to game 2, everybody. It's Falcons, or Liquid versus Nemesis. I was thinking of the Kez bird again, Falcons. I've been trying to think of the
too, apparently.
that was a 60-minute Kez game.
Yeah.
Trying to remember all of his goddamn abilities.
No,
It fried my brain. I'm not gonna lie.
Just fake it. You go sword,
30 seconds
shield,
to battle.
Parry.
Yeah, it's all the same. It's just two juggernauts put together. That's how you should think about it.
Okay.
There's no Kez in this game, though.
There is not.
Fuzzy wuzzy,
Quite happy with that.
Wuzzy.
Well, I'll start this analysis with what I don't like. Because I feel like I'm always optimistic and talking about what I like.
Right. Yeah, you're known to be a very happy-go-lucky, optimistic person. For once, let's hear the negative from you, Avery.
Yes. Oh, nice little bounce there. Nice 3 rune win for Liquid. Nice little start. I do not favor the clockwork in this patch.
Okay, we heard those complaints already.
Yeah, I think this hero is it's hard to make work. I think he excels in games where he has very good traditional clockwork. He excels in games against heroes that are traditionally abused by clock.
Okay.
I want to put
yeah.
right, like hero where
It's
you
a support
get,
hero that needs to get kills. And
Yeah.
so therefore he needs heroes that he can kill.
or at least that his lockdown is really effective against, like heroes that do not do well in the cogs against the battery. Like Earthshaker is the classic, right?
Okay.
You hook cog battery shaker, it just takes the hero out of the fight. Heroes like that, I can kind of believe in him. This game, I don't think he really has any of those. I also was not really a fan of the last pick Storm. I think they didn't have a lot of options there, and I get it. It's one of Analog's better options, one of his better heroes in general, but you kind of give a pretty decent lane in mid-game to this Ember. You can get burst in this game. They did have the Dragon Knight, who was first pick, that can give you that stun from carry on top of it. So I'm a little concerned for Analog getting stunned either by the Ember or DK and just burst it down in this game. You do have Grave to bail him out. So some of the thought process might be if the Storm goes in and leads the fight off and he gets stunned, we can bail him out. But that Dazzle positioning for Storm can be really iffy because the heroes don't really jump together. So I think that can be hard to pull off.
Yeah, I mean,
Now-
I would say Dazzle nowadays has a little bit more
is true.
range
He has a bit
than he
more.
used to, right? Like these Dazzles like to go Blink Dagger, for example. So combined with his ult and a Blink Dagger, you get
For sure.
pretty decent.
I just never think of Storm as a traditional pairing with Dazzle because he's a mana battery hero. Like he prefers a support who's going to give him extra mana, not a support that's going to give him more HP, which is kind of what Dazzle does.
Okay. Continue on your parade
Yeah.
of misery.
My biggest complaint, the A Slardar. Now, what is your view of the A Slardar?
I don't think I have a view of Ace Slardar. See play Slardar?
Well, he does. I have a feeling his win rate with this hero is abysmal because every time I've seen him play it, they lose. I cannot remember the last time he won on this hero. And I'm gonna say it. Look, I'm not an Ace hater. I actually think Ace has been one of the most consistent players of the last 5 years. If you look at the stats, you look at the lane performances, the farm generation, and what he brings to the table, this hero to me is not one of his heroes. It's just not. Like, it just doesn't do the things Ace does.
It doesn't sound like a Ace hero.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
doesn't really farm and abuse stacking. He's often put in lanes where he can't win it with the hero. I think like his team fight presence and itemization just isn't as good. It's just not his hero, man. I don't know. I just have a bad gut feeling whenever I see him on this hero that something's going to go wrong. So I look forward to being proved wrong.
Well, he does have an above 50% win rate.
That's better than I thought.
It's only 52% though. Not terribly inspiring.
I just think when I think of Ace, I think of the Underlord, the lone druid, you know, the wave pushers, the team fight presence, the aura bringers. Slardar just doesn't really do any of those. It's a very strange archetype to put him on.
Since he joined Liquid, they have played it 5 times. They beat Heroic with it, lost to Heroic with it, lost to Bet Boom with it, lost to Team Spirit with it, and beat Gamer Legion with it. So
Pretty mixed.
basically all the top tier teams, they lose with Slardar.
That's I feel what I've been seeing. They will get first blood on the Dragon Knight of all heroes with the chase down here. Don't know if that should have happened, but okay, we'll take it. Put it to good use.
Dragon Knight is a dumb hero right now.
Yeah, he's
This hero is just flat out busted. Nisha gonna be
Nice
denied the
deny.
water rune
He's in
and
trouble.
likely to die here. Turns around, wait, fire. He's gonna go for as much damage on Analog with the cogs push. Maybe, just maybe, he's got a chance. He gets it. Boxy gets the kill. Now he's got the battery salt to slow down Yokum. And Nisha's gonna pop back out with a slight change. They're gonna get both of them.
He missed
Oh!
What? How'd he miss him?
Oh my god!
Dude, that is just a symphony of unfortunate events for Nemesis. I mean, Boxy out playing kids in the river.
So what happened? He missed the flame break?
Yeah,
Was it the slight?
No, I think you just like threw it at his feet and missed it. I mean, maybe we get a replay, but I thought it just out of range.
He shook up the Molotov cocktail and then dropped it.
Yeah, in theory, you can dodge it with Slight, but I don't think that was what happened there.
And Ace did not really get punished for Boxy being away, it looks like.
No, and this is a lane he can get punished because you have that support Dazzle that can just poison Sting and run you down.
Yeah, I mean, he does have leg day, though.
Let's see what happens here. Let's see who chokes.
It's up? Oh, yeah, he
like,
just...
It's just, I don't know what that was, man. That's like one of those horror movies where the guy with all the bottles trips and just falls and the monster eats him.
You said that like it's a trope of some kind.
Yeah, that's a trope.
It's not a trope.
Yeah. Nerdy
Oh.
scientist with a bunch of flasks of liquid trips and then he gets eaten.
That sounds more like the... I mean, that until he gets eaten, that sounds more like it's in a comedy movie.
No, it's a horror trope.
Okay.
Started with the classic Night of the Deadly Shrews.
What?
Classic horror. You never seen that movie?
No. Tofu.
It's a great movie. So
We'll
anyway,
be caught in the river.
a bunch of guys are stuck on an island.
You're talking about Cannibal Island?
No, this is Night of the Deadly Shrews. And the shrews go through genetic experiments that both enlarge and turn them rabid, and they go haywire on the island. They have to escape. And I think the final scene is them trying to escape under a metal barrel that they kind of walk under to get into the ocean. And of course, shrews cannot swim often. So once they're in the ocean, they escape.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The Killer Shrews?
Yes.
Is that what you were trying to say?
Yes.
The Killer Shrews. A movie you know oh so well, apparently. Stunned. Analog. You'll be fine, but will their tower be fine? Or will their Wisdom Shrine be fine? This is a full-on assault from Liquid. Going for the Wisdom Shrine, and Nemesis might be in trouble here. Boxy looks to be the first one to go down here. Analog's going to be taken out. Mickey on the right-hand side underneath the tower does have to go going down. Nisha, can he battle through all this? With the chains on 2, it's looking good. Wait, Narma with a shallow grave, and now Jab's joining in. It's a 2 versus 3, and it looks like he's jumping ship, leaving Tofu behind, and a Wisdom Shrine successfully defended for Nemesis.
Radiant's top tower
Wow, what a
is under
fight
attack.
for Nemesis. What a fight for Analog. Suddenly on a killing spree. Gets some galvanized stacks out. They get the Wisdom Shrine, boosts this Storm up. Nisha doesn't find almost anything in that sort of engagement, and they got the Dragon Knight kill. This Mickey Dragon Knight that was free farming the lane, having himself a very good early game with that early kill. He gets set back. That was an all-out brawl from Liquid. It just felt weird as hell.
I see a headline here, 1959's worst movie.
Come on.
4 stars out of 10.
Confirmed.
It's a classic. It's a horror cult classic, okay? Some things are not rated adequately when they are first released, and it takes years to appreciate them. Much like my casting. It ages over the years and becomes like fine wine. True Dota 2 casting connoisseurs will look back on some of our casts and go, I didn't appreciate that at the moment. But now that I'm 67, I think fondly of those days.
Well,
Oh, dude. He almost died.
one giga nerd out there who goes back to listen to old Dota casts. This one's for you.
There's a lot of those. They're just not listening to you.
Okay. Nisha popping out, going for the kill.
Got him. Oh, the Rocket Flare assist. Not enough damage, though. That Warlock, too low damage.
Yeah, Warlock. What is with? That's a Mouse hero, but is it in anybody else hero?
I haven't seen it be as effective with anybody else, and I think that's because this hero thrives when you group up and force objectives, so the enemy has to fight to you, because you cannot really play the map. And not a lot of teams are willing to force that kind of playstyle, right? Only Mouse right now? I mean, in theory, Liquid are the other team that did do that a lot. But I haven't seen them do it with this lineup, which is weird because that is also what Ace is known for.
Yeah.
And I thought they'd be doing it more, but they just don't want to seem to force that in this patch 100%. So I will say, in theory, Warlock can be a very successful hero for Liquid. In terms of how they're playing right now, I don't see it being super successful for them.
Fighting over the 10-minute rune. Boxy with the cogs. Will not secure it. It'll be bottom. Nisha gets an invis.
They brought jabs for that too. going away, bottle empty.
We could definitely see the game plan from Nemesis in both this game and the previous game has been to make sure they do not get outnumbered by Liquid.
Yes. Which is a smart game plan. Honestly, if you've done your homework, I think that is the #1 thing I would tell a team I was coaching in playing against Liquid is do not get outnumbered. Like, it is better to overcompensate for some of these early objectives. The Wisdom Shrine, as we saw, the runes, the second Wisdom Shrine, the Tormentor, right? Overcompensate for those more than you would against another team, even if it hurts you a little bit economically, because making sure you do not give Liquid those early momentum fights is super important.
This could be one of those fights. Ace, multiple corrosive hazes, Mickey coming through the gate, and Nisha just about ready to pop out here. Who's he want to go for? Well, they spotted him off the sentry. They're going to force him to make a move here. He has to jump up to the high ground. Tofu. Well, he was in pretty damn deep. How did he even get there, by the way?
That's the old reverse golem flank.
He'd go through the gate and wrap all the way around. Trying to get it, but once again, Norm with the Shadow Grace. Stun goes out into Analog. Not enough finish damage. And Nisha, body block with the golem. Not good enough. Jabs with the arena, locks him in, and now locked in the cage. The dragon versus the bear, and the bear just needs a little bit more damage to finish off Mickey, but trying to make for a run for it instead. Armlet toggling. Mickey, he's winning this one. I thought he was going to die for sure off that arena. Instead, he's the one to kill the bear.
Oh, the flare.
He'll leave Ace behind. The flare almost finished off Jabs there. Jabs, not quite dead, will get a heal. He'll be okay. Liquid walking away the betters from that one because they killed both the Storm and the Ursa.
Slardar ran down the Storm at the end of that fight. Huge pickup for Ace there. Turn that into a win for Liquid, and that's very close to a disaster if you lose your Dragon Knight in that arena. Spoils of War, healing that bear up. Almost gives him enough to take the fight, but man, Slardar amp plus the DK damage is some insanely strong physical damage synergy.
Yeah, disgusting.
You just don't have armor in this game, so you're going to have to itemize your way to deal with this. Early plate mail buildups, like blade mail if you have it, Yules, dispels if you can get it in there. Looking at their heroes, not a whole lot of that. So it's going to come out late in this game, which if you're Liquid gives you a long time to take advantage of this minus armor, not only on these heroes, but against the Roshan.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
I guess Dazzle gives you a little here, but
Why? They're really going for him. They know he's got Enrage, which is what I think Ace was trying to get out of him earlier. They also know that Dazzle's behind him.
I don't mind that.
So
play.
not a serious attempt from Liquid.
Yeah, kicks him off the lane and you can hit this tower if you want. This tower's already low off the previous fight.
Yeah. I dig it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Maybe the
attack.
best thing you can do with this clockwork is also either force out early Ursa ults or find the Dazzle in the fight. Finding Dazzle would be huge as this game progresses. You would take a lot of pressure off your cores having to go in super deep or maybe overcommit off of the save. So far this game kind of progressing nicely for Liquid. You got most of what you wanted here in terms of the start for the Dragon Knight. The Slardar is pretty farm considering the lane he was going up against with a double melee lane. So that went really well for you. And now you can snowball the game. Your Ember's a bit farther behind than you wanted, but you have heroes that can enable him to come back.
And they can still maybe kill the Ursa. The Enrage is on cooldown, but once again, Narman just babysitting him. Is it going to be enough? Oh, no Shall Grave. Nisha finishes his job with a slight, and Jabs finally throws out the arena, but they're outnumbered. And they are just going to be run down. It doesn't matter if the arena is there. They break through the walls and chase after Jabs for a third kill, 2 of which go to Nisha's Ember Spear.
Well, this Ace Slardar is starting to take this game over.
Dire are scared.
Doing some work in these fights. They do not have good answers to him in this early game. Not a lot of great control. You have some kiting mechanisms with the supports, but they're very low damage. So you need the Storm's involvement right now. So it'd be a huge pickup.
Get the lasso. Oh, it was a nice play with the cogs. Not quite good enough to bail out Mickey, who was unable to get the kill on Analog here. Going to leave the Dazzle behind. Oh, Ace still catches up to 23. He thinks he can hop down the cliff, and he's right about that.
And like, still going to commit with this amp damage. Vessel charge.
Yeah, Nisha just not slowing down. Pops the amp damage with the Vessel charge. They finish him off. And Narman, well, they left him for last. Gives Ace a well-deserved double kill. Man is being active right now.
This is Liquid firing on all cylinders from their off lane. This Boxy Ace double melee stun duo has just ripped this game wide open. Could have been the Ember, but it has been this off lane duo all the way. And this is going to pull the Ember back in the game because he just plays super well through these two heroes.
Yeah.
You lock heroes in the cogs, you put the amp on them, you chase them down with these two frontliners. Ember is just going to tear you apart in this game. You do not have the control for what Liquid are proposing right now. And they're just giving you no space, man. Again, what's your answer to deal with this Slardar around the map right now? It has to be analog, giving you the damage, or you lock him in an arena. But as we saw earlier, just putting him in an arena is not enough on its own. This game is spiraling very quickly.
It really is. Jabs, though. A chance to rebuttal with the arena, catching him underneath the tier 2 tower, bailing out the Dazzle.
Very important find in this game.
A hook shot to get away. And they are out.
That is the one combination that can kill right now, is the Mars plus the Storm. Liquid a little too overzealous into it. The Storm's still having a very good game. Like, you should respect the damage output that Analog can have.
Yeah, 4-2-4 has got the Kayasha built up and has some galvanized stacks to work with, so he's built up a little bit. Unfortunately, Liquid just have a disgusting amount of tank and damage because that's kind of what Slardar and Dragonite both do for you.
Also very high level 13 on this DK, so he is farm, he is high level. He's probably eyeing up this Roshan that can be done very early in this game and take it away from the Ursa. That would be a huge win for Liquid here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
In fact, I don't even know if you won it on 23 in this game. If you do manage to somehow get it, put it on the Storm, it might be more effective with how much Analog's gonna have to do in terms of heavy lifting in the fight.
A tool to teach.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
The rune of haste.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Another fails to see.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning. are scanning.
And I believe we're back.
Oh.
Hello, everybody. Apologies. We had a tiny little power outage. We're back now, and it seems like Liquid have stayed back in this game, too.
Oh yeah, they're building the lead now. Proving me wrong, proving the haters wrong. Slardar is owning.
How did they prove you wrong?
Well, because I called out the ace Slardar.
You did call out.
So now he's upset. Nobody calls me out.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Roshan has fallen to the dark.
That was Roshan number. Yeah, Roshan number 1. I just had to double check there. Crushed and killed. Yoakum goes down. Looks like Storm Shirt also died once. Lost some Galvanized stacks.
Did go for the early Manta here to try and, again, get some sort of Dispel up. Just not the best item on this hero. Just rough itemization pathways for Nemesis. I think that's the biggest thing from this game. Like, I think last game, the panel didn't favor their draft, and I think that's fair, but I think they had itemization pathways to deal with the downsides of their draft, which was mainly the lockdown. There were, there was the Abyssal, the Hexes. It was a natural buildup. Eventually you get there, you solve it. This game, I think it's a lot tougher to deal with the armor differential that's being put out so early here and the mobility from the Ember. Like, you're going to need more lockdown at some point in this game. You need more damage to put into this Dragon Knight, and you need some sort of Dispel / armor buildup that's just not supernatural for the Ursa, not supernatural for the Storm this early on. It puts you in an awkward spot. Like, we're seeing a Crimson Rush by Jabs. Again, I think this is a reflection of them trying to find ways to solve some of these issues that are just not going to do it quick enough.
We will watch Jabs die as he tries to frantically buy out as many of the items for that Crimson as possible. May have it soon, but will Nemesis have the team fight? They can actually try
nice
here with the lasso. Turn around, almost killing the Ember, but he got off his Remnant. Tries to go for the chain onto Analog. Jumps almost into the bear. Got a chain off onto him. And Ace, whoa, Ace just chunks him down.
It's slaughter right now.
Do what damage you can as the Dazzle during this limited Shallow Grave save. But gets nothing out of the situation. 4 heroes down, and Mickey is pushing high ground with this Aegis. Well, you said maybe you wanted to see Liquid adapt a little bit more of a Mouse or even Gaming Gladiators playstyle with this Warlock, and they certainly are showing they're willing to go high ground early if they're up 15K.
Oh yeah, this is exactly how you want to play with this kind of lineup. Ember, Slardar run the map, DK cleans up all the objectives, and then if you ever get the opportunity to just push off of some quick kills, your lineup can absolutely do just that. And we are seeing this lead build super quickly here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
You're gonna have to get this like one big item up on the Mars if it's that Crimson and just try and take a fight to hold on to the map. You're gonna have to do it into the power runes on the Emperor. You're gonna have to do it into the early BKB on the Slardar. All this Dragon Knight power, and that is where the Warlock thrives. You're gonna go into him in all of his AoE, and I mean, they might just call this game soon. This
is looking done. This is looking toasted. Spear will spare Narman, but the hook shot puts him back in danger. Had no cogs. Now he's got it. Got 2 of them with it. Oh, it's a catch and release into 2.
Absolute destruction in this game, too.
Are under attack.
Analog, he cut the wave where he could, but the damage, it seems to already be done. This is going to be a lane.
Yeah, cut the bleeding on this one. This is what we call an old write-off right here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Well, this is one of those games where you get to see what kind of team Nemesis is. Are they a team that GG's out when it's over, or are they going to hold on to the bitter end, you know, and play
I
it
thought you
out?
meant like they got shit on, that's why everybody ranked them.
Are under attack.
Oh,
I was like, God, that was really ruthless.
That was not a very optimistic take from
No,
you.
that's what it came off? You're like, we finally got to see what kind of team Nemesis here is
Nobody
here in
else,
this game.
nobody else heard that sentence the way you did.
They all heard it, by the way.
Anyway, it seems like Nemesis is a team that wants to play it out to the bitter end.
I respect that.
I don't think you do, but... Oh, TP. Makes it away. Got the BKB on Ursa. Hey, you got the BKB. Yeah, you might as well play out a team fight with a BKB and see what changes.
Sad part is it's not even helping you too much here.
Radiant are scanning.
There's triple BKB lockdown in this lineup between the Clock, the Warlock, and the Slardar to stall your power out during that. But they will go for the last hurrah here, looking for a last.
Well, if they can kill the Slardar right away, get the grab on him, see if they can burst him down. It's going to be difficult, but if they throw enough spells at him, it's not even good enough.
Yeah, Spear cannot spear him in the lasso. You miss your chain stun, you miss your opportunity. Can Liquid clean this fight up and end this game?
I think pretty easily they can. 23 is going to chase after Mickey. Mickey might actually die here. Can anybody help out? There's the hook shot. The Arena locks down the Dragon, though. The Glimmer Cape, they've got the dust for it. Okay. 23 may not have killed the Slardar, but it got the Dragon. Still stuck in the cogs, though. Boxy has been a menace to him throughout these team fights. He just gets cogged over and over and over again. Wastes a bunch of his in-rage time.
Clockwork is incredibly annoying when he's this far ahead. He can just jump on you.
Good attempt, not quite. Good spear from Jabs. Unfortunately, his Blink Dagger is being canceled by that Vessel. A flare reveals, the slight chains locks him down. And the end is nigh for Jabs. And perhaps Nemesis in this game too.
What did you...
Yeah, you get the Dragon Knight once, but it costs you so much here. You're already down 2 lanes, almost 30k gold lead. Luxury items coming in for Liquid right now. I don't think Mickey cares too much that he died. It's kind of an interesting expression, though. It was like a mixture of everything.
That was a lot going through his face, yeah. Almost an axe. Top 3 net worth by a large margin. There's a 3,400 gap between the Storm Spirit and the Ember Spirit at 3rd and 4th.
There's that AC already done. That is a brutal amount of extra minus armor on top of this setup that is already destroying you. In that arena, you have the Vlads for bonus armor on top of that, Solar Crest for more physical amp.
All right, how do you do that? Oh, wait, the Golem almost stops the initiation. They managed to make it work anyway. Jump the Warlock, though. Is that going to be the game plan you're working with here? They're all stuck inside the cogs right now, trying to fight it out. Ace kiting him around as best he can and turns and kills the Ursa. No need to run when you can just fight. Buyback's going to be used, but not a buyback on everybody here. Jabs whipping out on the spear means that he won't even get a kill for his second life. GG is called, and we are going to a Game 3.
It's an interesting game. I don't know if Liquid expected the game to go as fast as it did in some ways. I think
Why did it escalate so? I've never heard a draft be louder in my life.
Yeah, he's filling roles that, well, some of us didn't know existed and
Shouldn't exist.
quite frankly didn't need to be filled.
No, they did not.
What can you say?
Can I be the negative one here, Avery?
Oh, yeah. By all means, I've been waiting for it.
I hate this Skywrath Mage pick.
Okay.
Why?
That's a little negative.
I think it's deserved. Your setup stun is a Slardar. That's not really a setup stun.
Yeah, it has no synergy with the lineup.
It has no synergy with his own lineup. It's not good against Liquid's lineup, in my opinion. One of the things that I like about Skywrath Mage right now is he has that thing we've been talking about, magic resistance mixed with, in this case, a magic shield. That magic shield does absolutely shit against this lineup.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's pure damage from Timber. It's a bunch of physical damage from the other heroes. It's physical spell damage from Pango.
There's also the save from the Ringmaster Ball.
There's multiple saves against the Skywrath Mage ult.
Yeah, basically,
I think this is a terrible pick.
you're getting the silence on the Pango or Timber to start the fight or bust.
Yeah.
That's all I see. The pick isn't doing much else for you.
And surely if that's what you wanted out of it, there had to have been a hero that could have given that to you just as easily. Right?
Silencer. That's what he's there for.
That's true. If you want to silence, why
I think
not go with
this
that?
draft got away from Nemesis a little bit. I was
Yeah.
not convinced with the last pick. I thought they were going to go for like an Ember style hero. Like just some low cooldown skirmisher with setup stun, bring the supports into the game, play around that, try and snowball with the matchup against the Timber, the Pango that you saw. But maybe that's what caused them issues. What hero were you going to throw mid against either of these and feel confident scaling? I just think they weren't confident in the Abaddon scaling this game, which I don't even know if that's true. Like, I think Abaddon can scale okay this game. I don't think he just wins it outright, but I think there were probably some mid picks you could have gotten away with and felt okay. I think they maybe felt more pigeonholed than they actually were.
Boxy thought it was time to get aggressive. He'd be wrong about that.
Yeah, that
He
Skywrath
just
messed him up.
walked right into him and gave him first blood.
That's why he picked the Skywrath Mage.
I guess so.
You pick it for the lane, you pick it for the Arcana. What is up with this Arcana, by the way? It's like, I've never understood the hat.
Yeah, I don't like it either, but, you know, fit with Crownfall.
This guy, he literally looks like he's leading the Black Parade from an MCR album or something. That's what I think of every time.
Yeah.
That is what it is, dude. That is what that Arcana... Someone at Valve likes... They like music, Austin.
They like
They like music. That's all I know.
Going back to your Abaddon discussion, aren't they right to feel like the Abaddon wasn't going to scale enough when you're up against Timbersaw? I feel like that's one of the matchups that makes it really hard to carry as an Abaddon.
The TA one's also weird. I think Tusk also does really well against Abaddon. Later the game goes. The Blink builds are better against it now, but traditionally a hero that just chunks you down and can lock you down in areas. Like, it's not the greatest Abaddon game, I understand it. Though the Abaddon does do fine lane-wise against the Timber. It is one of the carries you can leave alone. He just kind of trades out.
And I like the Morphling, personally. Like, I think that we've seen the Morphling be like a really big counter to the Puck, and I don't think it's quite as devastating, but it is a good answer to Timbersaw. It's like one of the heroes that lets you kill Timber.
I think more than that as well, it is a hero that can turn into Timber and wreck an entire team. Like, sometimes that thing just gets out of control. People forget how powerful it can be in the right hands. And boy, is it in the right hands here, because this is not a Morphling. This is a 23 Savage Morphling, self-proclaimed best Morphling player, not currently alive of all time, Austin. Think about that for a moment. All time, living or dead Morphling carry players.
Name a dead
I don't know.
Morphling carry player.
I don't want to name any.
Okay.
But if they exist, he's better than him.
Okay. That's fair enough.
He's going to have to do some heavy lifting.
I mean, do you think this is like, it's not like he's matched up against a ton of strength heroes, right? It's Tusk and Timber. I think it's good against the Timber, but...
Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
Put a ball in MJ's hands, let him dice him up. I don't care what material the court's made out of, you know?
That one wasn't quite as good as your last.
Well,
Michael Jordan.
it's supposed to be a tennis analogy, but I don't know enough tennis lore.
Well, it looks like Liquid's doing pretty well in the CS. Don't prod me. I'll talk when I'm good and ready. Anyway, Timbersaw being the starter, no surprise there. I just don't like that trade-off. Like, you take the Slardar, you know you're probably going to get Timbersaw.
Well,
And this.
I mean, was there no
are fortified.
The Ember was not banned for sure. I don't know if that would have been a better choice, but the other hero that came to mind was the Huskar. That had to have been banned somewhere. But there are heroes that can lane against both. It's just a question of are you content with your draft integrity? Putting something that can, I mean, like you can put Viper there, right? But you run Viper in this lineup? Probably not.
What's draft integrity mean?
Oh, that's just some term Quinn uses.
Yeah, I feel like it's a buzzword that has never been explained to the general Dota audience. And I was hoping,
Well, I feel like the general Dota audience
analyst
knows.
would be able to do so.
I think the general Dota audience understands what that means.
Okay.
Put a 8 in chat if you don't know what it means.
Are you going to explain the concept or not?
I'm waiting to see if they...
we can't see chat, just so you guys know. He's literally just baiting you, but we cannot see chat. TP away, not so desperate. There are no stuns coming out from the Nemesis side, so they'll just have to take the kill on Foxy.
It's TP to the tower only though, so it's not going to cost Mickey too much. Now he gets solo XP. It's got that Lotus backup.
Well,
You'd love to dive him here.
If you're Nemesis, don't you say, okay, we just go for it, right?
You have catapult, you have double range, just push this in.
Liquid got to be ready to TP in. Mickey's already trying to deal with the creep wave, but it's been glyphed up, and now they start the dive. Where the TPs, it's going to be Boxy by himself for now.
They're bringing the Slaughter down. Did this get... Yeah, it got scanned and drawn. I mean, they know this is coming. Sometimes that doesn't stop it. I'm going to ward for it. Instant D-ward.
Timber has a TP, right? I feel like there's no way you dive to try and get this TA underneath all those trees.
And get the Tusk again.
I mean, if they want it, they're going to be chasing for a while, and they're going to be going into the river to do so, where Analog is very proficient.
Oh, got him.
Oh, Boxy's trying to break some ankles out here. Does still die, but again, that's a lot of time committed. They're not going to get the tower, I don't think.
Bit of an awkward sequence.
Yeah.
But you force the TA off the lane, you're missing some CS. You are going to get some decent damage on the tower. Might even be able to convert it. You have Liquid Fire here. Your catapult died. That's a little sad.
I just can't believe Liquid didn't try and punish that at all, but they're just giving it up entirely.
I think they're worried about TP and Timber down there, and then if Nemesis just back up, you don't have any catch with the Tusk being run down first, so you're just caught in an awkward situation. Better to just farm the waves. You have an empty mid lane if you do that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, fair enough.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Well, bye-bye tower, maybe bye-bye Analog. Even though you're in the river, still dangerous game. Pushing into that Timber Saw, even worse with Tofu sitting around. A little bit of slows are not quite enough. Nisha hits the Chakram though, and the pullback will finish him off.
Should have stayed in the river.
Never leave the river. Oh. Little sidestep there of the dagger.
Dire's middle tower is
Tofu
under
with
attack.
the 202 build. No save.
He's holding the point. Thinking about it.
Oh, damn, he's level 5.
Yeah, he's cruising here. This could be some decent tower pressure unless Nemesis respond with
Middle tower is under attack.
everybody here, but the trap is set, the trap is sprung, and you're gone.
Analog might be able to get the turnaround kill as Boxy's going to be bursted down by the heavy physical damage, and Jabs has come across, but this Timber Saw is a menace.
You have a silence available again. You want to try and all in him.
He's got 20 wands charges. I feel like maybe they're getting baited a little bit. Maybe Analog low, but not quite dead, and they do manage to bring him down without killing themselves on the Timber Saw. Double kill for Yokum, managed to get the last hit on both of them.
Don't underestimate the amp in this lineup. You have the amp from the sky, you also have the physical amp, so you can kind of go at it from both ways. Maybe not the best synergy with either, but if you combine them, it's pretty good.
I just noticed that Mickey put Insania in his tag. That's very cute. Missing his longtime partner instead. He's been playing a lot of lanes with Boxy as Tofu joined the lineup, and he He's joining Nisha in the mid lane for yet another kill.
All right, what is draft integrity, Austin?
Oh, wow. You really brought it back, huh? Okay.
I'll put it in layman's terms for you. So even someone as low MMR as you can understand,
Okay,
my friend.
please help me.
Dire's middle
It just
tower
means you can
is
play the
under
game.
attack.
So what it means is
Terrible
most basic level, you can play the game. You have a little bit of everything that makes a lineup function. You have some objective taking, some stuns,
Dire's
some
middle
laning,
tower has
some
fallen.
synergy, some jump, some initiation, some save, you know? You have a little bit of everything and your draft has a little higher integrity on average.
Right.
If you have a draft, for example, a lot of people criticize Kuroki's drafting as lacking stuns sometimes. They would say it lacks a little bit of draft integrity because he has no stuns. How can you play Dota? How is that balance?
And as you go along in a draft, if you have draft integrity, you can't be exploited as much in those
Yes.
dangerous last pick scenarios.
Oh!
Well, that is not good. Nisha with his first rotation to his side lane, and it is a huge success. A double kill for him. More importantly, the kill on 23 Savage.
Yeah, you don't get those every day of the weekend. He just runs up here, diffusal done on the Pango, a toast on the Timbersaw, not an item you expected. And that gives you the mana burn plus the lockdown for the Morphling. Really nice usage of some early aggressive itemization from Liquid.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
This game's looking a little shaky for Nemesis. They gave him the Timbersaw again. They have, you know, some direct answers for it, but honestly not the best. And it's running away with the game. 4-1 start, almost level 10. He's taken tier 1s. Got an early fighting item up. He's gonna continue to scale right now. You got that one kill on him,
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
but he's gonna be able to create a lot of space on the map, and all the space the Timber creates, the TA is going to outfarm your Morphling right now, and that's the concern. You're just gonna fall too far behind. Is this gonna look like game 2 where Liquid just ran away with it?
We've seen the TA Morphling matchup enough. When TA gets ahead, dangerous to the Morphling in many different ways, right? Because you got the heavy burst damage, so if you get any kind of initiation, might be able to burst the Morphling down before the Strength Morph comes into play, but also that shard, I think, is pretty debilitating to the Morphling as well.
Really depends on the windows you hit these things in. I mean, I will say Morphling is almost always a dispel-oriented hero.
Dire are
Manta, BKB, Satanic later on. Like, his build-ups naturally do well against TA. This is a very favorable matchup for Morphling. I think stats-wise, it's one of the hardest counters to TA in terms of like a game going late. Both items have, or both heroes have 5 or 6 items. Morphling's always going to win.
Yeah, if you're even.
You're a butterfly buyer, you're a Scotty buyer, you're a high armor hero. That's why I think for TA, it's all about how fast you can make the game. Like, how quickly can you bring early Roshans down? How quickly can you get Deso charges up, that shard online, and find 1 or 2 of those quick punishes on the Morphling, put him behind. Then you can turn this matchup.
Snowball comes in a little bit too late. The sprint gets him away from the stun, doesn't get away from Nisha himself.
Nice placement.
Another Chakram that lands, but there's the Aphotic Shield to protect.
Look who's here.
And they punish, though. Oh,
Look who's
no!
gone.
23 is the one to be punished. He thought he was going to show up as a Timbersaw. Instead, he goes home a puddle of water.
is under attack.
He just ran in on 500 HP and got whipped in death.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
That was not his finest moment.
Best Morphling in the world. Not looking like it in this game 3. It's an unfortunate couple of slip-ups are tarnishing
Dire's bottom tower
his
is under
favorite hero.
attack.
All right, well, let's not brutalize the guy. Jeez. What's wrong with you?
Just call like I see it. You're saying he didn't screw up
Okay,
exceptionally
well, cut him
badly
some
there?
slack is all I'm saying. Like, you don't have to be so
No,
negative
I'm
all
not
the
here to
time.
cutting anybody's slack.
People want positive casters, Austin. They want hope in this dark world. You could say, well, that was a poor play by 23. I could also say, what a whip from Tofu. Killing it on this ring.
I don't think it was just the whip, but I think he might have been dead even if the Ringmaster wasn't in that fight.
It was a strange sequence. See, there's your stun.
Good burst. That is big kill on the carry of Liquid.
Yeah, that was easy.
Even up that kill score 6-6. Rod of Atos, though, it's not going to be 6-6 for long. Maybe the TP out. Good TP. See, there's some positivity. Good teleport scroll.
Very good, yeah.
Anyway, they lost
middle tower
both
is
their
under
Wisdom
attack.
Shrines, I believe. Nemesis, so up in 4K on gold, but it also means they're going to be up a lot in experience for Liquid.
What is that experience differential? 6 levels right now, 20%.
Apologies, I didn't mean both as in 7 and 14. I just meant they got both on.
No, you got fact-checked, Austin. We'll move on.
That's
You got.
okay.
Accept it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Liquid would love to keep fighting right now.
They got to keep the pace.
Radiant are scanning.
Oh, you find the Morphling again?
Not again.
That's some juice.
Oh, they're going to whip him into the wheel. There's just too much burst damage.
You can't afford these deaths on this hero picked last in this
Tower is under
draft.
attack.
You have to carry the game here. Like, your lineup is not carrying this game unless the Morphling at some point comes in and gives us a performance. So every death sets you so far back across the board. You know, I mean, Radiance
That's
with jabs.
negativity. Liquid's doing a great job of making sure 23
That's
Savage
true. They
doesn't
are.
get a game.
They are. They know what
They're doing
is going
good.
on.
When do they Roche? Because they got a lineup that does Roshan. But
Whenever
Liquid's also not a
Mickey
team
wants
that's
to.
slow. It almost feels like doing Roshan is too slow for Liquid sometimes.
If they get a big core kill or any sort of fight near the river, they will do it instantly. I think you are looking at it here with the next item on the TA. So we're probably 2.5 minutes out.
There's a lot of heroes here on the side of Nemesis.
Dire are scanning.
Unfortunately, I don't think it's... The Timbersaw is the one hero I don't think they could fight.
Not the guy you want to run into right now. You do have your Blink Slardar going into Shard. You do have your Radiance on the Abaddon. So you have some team fight potential right now if you're Nemesis.
Ace didn't want the kill. Saves a Rolling Thunder for something else. Gonna get those big boy chakrams with the Gleipnir build-up for Nisha.
How good your read of the map right now, Jax?
Yeah, Jab's got to be careful until he gets a Blink Tagger. Once he gets a Blink Tagger, then he can start running down the lanes a little bit more.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Just not a lot of space to work with right now, especially when you're trying to give a lot of the easy farm to the Morphling who's had a rough time. Lingered too long, easy pick off for this Pangolier, and another tower being assaulted by this Timbersaw who's gotten a lot of building damage done in this game. Been a wrecking ball.
Sweeping back and forth, Liquid from bottom to top, now heading back towards bottom. Will catch the support here of Yoakum and maybe get the kill on Jabs as well. But they're in the river, which is where Analog thrives. Unfortunately, a little bit too much back up there. Can't fight into Rolling Thunder. Good TP, but never mind. Gets canceled by the whip. Jabs hoping to at least get a kill on Boxy, but blocked out by the shards. Fails to do so.
Well played by Liquid. Surprised they didn't just immediately run to that Roche pit, but maybe an eyeing up even more here, right?
Sometimes Roche is too slow an objective for Liquid.
Look at a glyph. You get a tier 2, you can go back for that Roche. Couple Deso charges here for Mickey. He's starting to
Radiant's bottom
snowball a bit more, and there's that Dragonlance. I think they will do it here pretty much guaranteed the next minute if you're not contesting as Nemesis. Can you afford not to contest this game, given the game state? It's pretty iffy.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I mean, it also feels like you want to slow down the game, and I think one of the worst ways to speed up the game is to try and fight a Roshan fight and lose that. You know, it just gives Liquid so much momentum.
Only reason I think it is maybe contestable is you don't have the Rolling Thunder.
Okay.
Like, if you smoke to it right now, just force the fight, try and blow up the TA with your all-in potential from your supports. I think this fight is doable. It's not going to be pretty, but it's doable.
I mean, they still shouldn't get into a choke point here. Tofu is in a great position. They spot Tofu, though, first. Get a jump on him. Unfortunately,
shard.
Roshan's already dead, and thanks to the shards, a blocked-in Analog is not escaping after killing the Ringmaster. Now they try and run down more. Nisha will spot where the Chikira was headed, but not quite where he went. Manages to escape in the corner with his TP away. Jabs, turns off his Radiance, goes to the TP out, and a Rod of Atos to stop that one.
Nice ward up there, too.
Unfortunately, no Blink Dagger for Jabs, so he is stuck here.
Lineup's just too slow right now. That play was a little too slow as well. If you get there with a little more time to contest that objective, could become a weird situation for Liquid, losing their save early and then the Rolling Thunder's coming off cooldown. But
Top tower is under attack.
everything is just a little too far behind for Nemesis right now. They're getting outpaced. Liquid are going to start to scale up the damage here. That's the real concern. Like, this Morphling can enter the fight, but can you take the fight once you're there? It's looking a lot more difficult with some of these scaling items.
A really nice pickup.
He already has the Manta, though.
He could get him to use the Manta and then silence him afterwards. Ace trying to hold on to it right now. They've got him. He's going to pop the Manta, but won't be able to dodge, disjoint that nuke that was coming in. Coming in from the other side, though. Liquid, click a little shots there onto Narman. We'll finish him up. Perfectly fine as long as Nemesis get out, I think, with their cores. Their supports will not be so lucky.
Ambitious TP. Oh,
Radiant's
something for the
middle tower
Morphling.
is under
He
attack.
gets an assist. He will not be 0x0 this game. I mean, what's your fight condition if you're Nemesis? Probably BKB Slardar.
Yeah.
It's just like, get the BKB up on the Slardar, and then you have to take the fight with whatever you have. Because if you can't get fights going, this Slardar is not going to keep pace with anybody else in this game.
It's just so poor.
But you're not going to have the space. You don't farm as fast. You're not getting the Roshan. So how do you keep your Slardar in this game? You have to find kills.
Dire's middle
You're not going to
tower
find a
is
lot of
under
pickoffs in
attack.
this game. Losing map control to the TA with traps and everything. So has to be through the team fight.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Going after Ace again. This one might be a little difficult. It's gonna pop the Manta, gets away into the trees. They can't keep chasing. He could be Rolling Thundered, so.
Uh-oh.
23 does have a TP. Still trying to go after Ace here, but got off the Rolling Thunder. That is a problem because they've lost their carry, and if they fail to kill Ace here, they have not gotten a trade-off. Not that I think the trade-off would even be worth it at that point. Mickey runs down Yokum as he's got TA traps everywhere.
It's looking more and more like game 2 instead of game 1 right now. The Liquid just playing really fast, taking over this map. They're going to end this game by that 30-minute mark again. If Nemesis cannot find anything here. Too much damage in this lineup. This is why Timber's such a scary hero to give away. The hero just does everything if you give him this kind of start. And he damage tests you. That's the issue. He just sits on your front line. If you don't have the damage to bring this hero down, the map shrinks incredibly fast. And we're kind of seeing that. You know, what damage do you have to throw into him? It's supposed to be the Morphling getting in there and turning some of the spells against him. This Morphling has been shut down. This is green light to go high ground with this Aegis. Still have a minute left. You have a full Hurricane Pike on that TA.
Dire's middle tower is
Great
under
item for this game against the supports, against the Morphling.
Have a poke with the crush. Immediate response from Boxy, though Boxy does get sounds from Yokum.
Okay, that's something.
Does get killed. So there's the Skywrath Mage counter in play.
See how much Liquid care about it? I guess they care. Aegis expiring in 30 seconds. Don't want to overextend. Rolling Thunder committed. That is a base defense from Nemesis. They're going to instantly smoke and look for something else off of this. Would love a kill to finish the Slardar BKB because he's still 1,000 off.
They're going to smoke 223 Savage. Unfortunately, no Liquid heroes are really up there except for Nisha, who's now coming down the river. They want to go for Nisha. Nisha is going to be stunned up by the neutral, stunned up by Analog, almost finished off. They got him.
That is a huge find. pretty much the only scenario in which you can bring him down is you get your entire team on top of him in an isolated situation.
1,600 gold for that kill.
Now you can maybe look for more too if you are really confident here.
Yeah, keep the numbers rolling here.
Or at least get some of the lanes out and get that BKB done on the slaughter. Got him.
And somebody will eventually show up, test the triangle. It's Narman. Narman will pay the price for that. Despite being numbers down, Liquid has consolidated their strength here.
Did get a lot of gold on the Morphling in this time period. He got a lot of levels out of that as well, so he is recovering, and that got your slaughter his BKB. So do kind of have that one timing here for Nemesis. If you can finish up 23's next item, which should be the butterfly here, I can see you winning the fight. It relies on you getting a tremendously good jump with saves not being in position for Liquid. That's the downside here. You have Blink Snowball, and you always have that Ringmaster box. So you got to go in single target burst someone into two really good saving supports. That's the difficulty here to try and come back in this game. But you do have the damage and capability to do it now, at least.
Smartfling going to turn into the Timbersaw or the TA at this point?
You kind of take what's in front of you, right? Like, you're going in, you're going to have to try and burst the first core target you run into, or find those supports early and take them both out. And whatever you see that gives you the best opportunity to accomplish those tasks, you take it.
This TA would be kind of interesting just because they already have the minus armor of the Slardar as well.
It's not bad. Two shot. See you later. Failed little attempt to control the ward spot. 23 wasn't ready to fight anyway. He will just finish the butterfly as the MKB is finished.
Yeah, that that is the worst possible thing to show up on the screen if you're Nemesis. The save goes out. Rolling Thunder is going to be used here. Jabs pushing forward, finally gets his ultimate activated. He doesn't have an easy way out of this one, so he's just going to die. 23 trying to turn into the Templar Assassin and put the damage on the TA, but instead, he only gets the kill on the Tusk. Now trapped inside the Gleipnir, has to back away, but he's going to be run down by the rest of Liquid. Still a full fighting force to be reckoned with. Nemesis, even with buybacks that they had on jabs.
Timings are just too fast here.
No way to really be able to stop Liquid.
I mean, the fact you had MKB at the exact time he had Butterfly is just devastating. That was kind of your one comeback interval. It lasted 0.1 seconds.
It did.
So if you had hit him in that 0.1, could have been really good.
And now Nemesis just bleeding out kills when, frankly, they have no business in even looking at Liquid's way. I feel like if your Morphling's not up, what's the point of even approaching Liquid? You're just giving them the opportunity to pick you off.
You need the Morphling's damage to win these engagements.
The pressure will mount up, though, and Liquid will be forced to back away. Took top lane of Barracks, up 19k. Go for the Wisdom Shrines as well.
Just so much gold to play with, like full Shivas on Nisha. Starting to get some of these big armor items up as well. You always have those saves to bail you out. If you get Ghost Scepter here on the Tusk, another utility item on the Ringmaster, then these supports can save themselves and position nicely. Just gonna be a nightmare to try and go in and burst somebody. You're gonna have to look for it. I mean, this game is not gonna get better for you just by sitting back and farming. Have to continue to look for pickoffs if you're Nemesis. That is a very good rune in the river.
They're going to hold it. Hold it for Mickey.
They know when the Roche spawn is too, so they really want to just wait it out here. They absolutely can. And they've just been awarding this top Ancients. Basically off cooldown, they've been trapping it as well.
Yeah.
And this is really nice vision in this game because you know the Morphling has to be doing Ancients in this game to recover.
So if you're always sitting in the triangle, taken away one of the Ancients, and you've got wards for the other Ancients, so you can always smoke move up to that area whenever Morphling goes up there. It kind of cuts off both the avenues of the best farm that
You're always going to
can get on this game.
Always going to know where this Morphling is. And that's why we see him going down to the other side on that bottom half of the map. Man, it's just, there's only so many big Ancient camps you can clear. I think more teams should be consistent with this as well when they are. I mean, when you're ahead, it's the best time, but you should be looking at these Ancients in general for these core, especially the carry players. A lot of the farming patterns that exist today are built around where these Ancients are on the map. If you put vision there, like, you're generally going to gain something off it.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of teams just tend to ignore these camps in terms of how much teams play around it. And this map is a lot different than the map that existed before the Ways of Water patch.
Second Roshan. Make short work of him. And we'll see a second high ground push with an Aegis from Liquid. The question is, how much can Nemesis stall that high ground push, and will they be able to defend it when it finally comes?
They get a shard. That's something.
Oh, Liquid's here fast. Liquid is here fast, fast, fast. Nemesis, they got to get out of here. 23 was waiting for the Ancients. But the ward comes into play. Well, you just opened the gates wide open to this high ground.
Technically does have buyback, but it feels like if you pull the buyback trigger, it's just the game anyway.
Yeah. Liquid not going to waste much time. They're pushing through top and mid at the same time, guaranteeing there's going to be way inside the base during this 50-second timer where the Morphling is gone.
The game just felt too easy to prioritize for Liquid in terms of what is the issue in this game. It's pretty much only this last pick Morphling. If you don't let him get out of control, if you itemize against him, you don't really care about the rest of the lineup too
Are you
much.
saying they're not having in-depth discussions about how to be able to deal with these off-lane event?
No, you probably didn't even notice him here.
I don't think they have at all.
I think it's why this early Atos worked out. Not the item you always want to go for on this Timber, but it is an item that gave you a lot of extra kill threat on this Morphling early, and we saw it pay off. We just seen it pay off still. And it is a great item to build into the Glaive Mirror later on this hero regardless. So you got the early Diffusal on the Pango, you got the early Atos, you found a couple of those key Morphling kills, and then this game just got blown wide open. Last ditch smoke effort.
Make the jump, crush into Ice Path. Here comes the Rolling Thunder though. Hits the Jakiro, jump in from Nisha. Big amount of burst damage. Analog gets a bit low alongside Jabs, gets some heals though. And they will survive the first round of play here. Wait a minute. 23 Savage in some trouble, pushed into the wheel. And too easy for Mickey to line it up.
Does commit the buyback. This gives you a chance to try and find something.
Oh, the saves come out the box from Tofu. Will bail out Nisha. They only got him to half HP anyway, while Analog is the one to die here as Mickey continues to throw blow after blow at 23 Savage now. And they both run back into the Chakram. From Nisha, that is it.
Man, convincing game 2 and 3 here from Liquid. Definitely asleep in that game 1, but they turned it up a notch and just ran him over. 2 30-minute games, very one-sided. A lot of snowball action coming out from that man right there on that mid lane. And they got some Mickey classics to throw in there, pick the pace up. I think not the most conventional heroes for Ace,